Today we're going to show you guys how to schedule appointments and look at a couple other things more in depth on the MLS. So right now I went up to search. I just hit single family and my search is going to be active, list price between 500,000 and 700,000, and if you see the zeros are already pre-populated, so I'm just going to put 500 to 700, and I put in the Memorial zip code, which is 77024. Once I ran that search, it came up with 21 matches. Keep in mind, I can use the quick links to schedule an appointment, which would be this red and white little clock looking one. But for today, I'm going to take you the longer route. So I'm going to go over to details. In all 21 properties, if you see right here at the top, it shows 1 of 21 and the property address. So on the left toolbar, there's request an appointment right here. Keep in mind also, right here underneath the picture, there's an appointment number with, this one says 713-977-7469, and that's a showing service. At the moment, you guys should take a quick second and put that phone number in your phone. That showing service is CSS, which is Centralized Showing Service. Again, 713-977-7469. You'll see that quite often. I would say, I don't know the actual statistic, but probably 75% of the homes are listed with this showing service here in Houston. As a buyer's agent, it's no extra cost to show the properties through this service. The listing agents are the one that pays for it on either a monthly basis or per listing. So right now, I have two options. On this specific property, I could call the number and give them a showing code. Or normally what I suggest is hit request an appointment right here. Once I do that, it's going to automatically open Centralized Showing Service. Again, if you're doing this on the phone, it's going to look the same way, except you're going to need to just expand a little bit because it's on a phone screen. Right here it says I can add more listings from the MLS, or I could schedule appointments. Let's just go ahead and pretend like I want to add more listings from the MLS. So I'm going to click it and the website just went away. Let's say that I hit next and my client wants to see the property on Electra Drive as well. You see that one is also showing service. When I hit request an appointment, it's going to automatically add that MLS number. Again, I can do this over and over again, and my suggestion would be maximum show 4 to 5 properties per appointment time. So let's say my buyer wants to see properties tomorrow and wants to see properties the next day. Each appointment that I have set with them, I'd say maximum we do 4 to 5, and then the next day we'll do 4 to 5 more. If you go over that, most buyers they'll kind of get the houses confused and it's a little bit overwhelming. The houses tend to blend in. So right now, let's say my client only found 2 properties that they wanted to see, and these are the 2. My next button I'd hit is schedule appointments. If you see right up here at the top, we just did search listings, refine results. Now we're on choose times. Make sure that you see that there are steps 4 and 5, and you have to continue to hit confirm times. So on the MLS, this specifically are both a go, which means that they're vacant, and that means that I can show them right now. I do not have to have an hour wait time for showing. So right now I'm going to hypothetically say I want to show these properties at, let's say it's 9:15 in the morning right now, and I'm going to just say I want to show it at 9:30. If you can see right here, there's no red box that pops up saying that I need to schedule at least an hour out. And I can do the same thing on this one. When you're scheduling, make sure you put a 1-hour window, so 9:30 to 10:30, and then stagger the properties depending on how far apart they are. If they are in the same subdivision, you can stagger them 15 minutes apart. What this means right now is that, let's say I'm going to schedule with my buyer that at 9:30 we're going to go meet at Briar Forest. And then as soon as we're done with that, we're going to drive over to Electra Drive. So I have until 10:45, because that's my end of my showing window, to be done pretty much with Electra Drive. So I'm going to scroll up to the top and I'm going to hit confirm times. If you see right here, it says you have not scheduled your showings yet, exclamation point. schedule all your showings. You need to make sure, and it's confirming, are you happy with these times? And you schedule all showings now. As soon as I schedule, it's going to give me the actual instructions on how to show. So I'm going to go back for just a second. And I'm going to adjust this time just so I'm going to have time to cancel it and they won't see it. Confirm times. And here's my example. Schedule all showings now. You need to make sure and see this screen that says scheduling completed. So this one right here is saying that there's a super on the front door, and it does not say anything about alarm, anything about dogs, any other showing instructions. If there were other showing instructions, you'd see them in these two sections, and if there's alarm code, it will be listed as well. Keep in mind, as soon as I schedule these appointments with CSS, and if it was appointment required and they have to call the sellers, they are going to email me this exact thing along with giving me a call. So that is how I actually schedule an appointment to show. Now I'm going to say, let's say right now I just realized that my buyer calls in 20 minutes and says, oh, you know what, I can't do the time you scheduled from 11 to 12. I can't take a lunch break. Well, I can manage my appointments if you go up to appointments, and I can hit manage. From here, it's going to show me all my appointments that I have confirmed for the day or scheduled, and I can, if I click here, I can either cancel, reschedule, or it says map now too. But just be courteous if you guys can, and if your client can't see it, go ahead and cancel the showings. Most houses, remember, the sellers are going to be leaving for you, or if you need to reschedule, especially if it's occupied and you need to change the window because you're running late, try to reschedule that as well, or give CSS a call. So I'm going to hit cancel showings on this one. Okay. So now if I go back to my appointments, it should show no appointments. It's canceled by agent. I do want to show you one thing. When you first come on CSS and actually start scheduling appointments, make sure you go over here to your profile. You see my little head and welcome Remax, Roxanna Remax signature. Go to profile. Go ahead and go to general. And I need everyone to make a couple changes. Right here on cell phone number, make sure it's your own cell phone number and that's your preferred number. Automatically, they do put the office line as a preferred number, and the office will get your confirmations, and we don't know which agents they belong to because they do not say that. So make sure and put your cell phone number and preferred number. And then also right here, the showing code. So if I click on showing code, I can go ahead and put in a new showing code and hit save. So I get the question of what is a showing code? Well, when I call CSS and I want to schedule an appointment on the go, let's say I didn't use the computer system that we're looking at right now, I'm going to say, hi, this is Roxanna Gross. My showing code is 1230. And then the next thing they're going to say is, okay, Roxanna with Remax, what would you like to see today? And I have a couple options. I can give addresses, I can give MLS numbers, and the next thing is going to be what time would you like to show those properties. So that showing code allows it to be myself to be registered as the agent that is going to be showing those properties. This is the easiest place to put your showing code. Sometimes when you call them and try to do it, they take a little bit longer. So I'd suggest doing it on here. So that is how we schedule on CSS. And again, remember, if you see appointment number 713-977-7469 showing service, that is CSS. The only other thing that you're going to see when you're scheduling an appointment, and let's see if I can find an example. This one's showing service again. This one's an office line, so this is a good example. Right here it says appointment number 713-465-8300 office. So what that is a lot of times we see office or we see agent. If we see agent, I would say go ahead and call, text the agent, whatever's easiest for you guys. When you see office, though, you do need to give them a call. When I hit request an appointment, there is a way to do this online. The only downfall of it, though, is looks a little bit different, right, than the CSS. I can put my information here, right? I can pick just one time. I don't have to pick two. And then down here, I'm going to say I want to be contacted either way and send. The next screen is going to say make sure that you get in touch with the agent, and it's going to give their phone number and an email. What it does is it sends the listing agent an email saying that you would like to show their property. The bad thing is, over the past 10 years, I've not had that great of success with the agents responding to these emails. I personally usually do put this request in, because then I get back to my email that I requested it and I have the full address. And then on top of that, I will go ahead and I will text the agent or call them. Remember, if you are trying to schedule an appointment with an agent or another office, make sure they're going to ask you what time you want to see. So personally, I would say, hi, my name is Roxana. I'd like to show 8963 Briar Forest today from 11 to 12 o'clock, and my public ID is Roxana G. And I can send that over a text, or I can call an office number as well. What the public ID is it's your username to HAR. And with that, they can pull everything, all your details, your email, your office, everything. So if you ever see this screen, make sure that when you're scheduling an appointment that you do actually get confirmation from the listing agent or the office. So those are the couple ways that you're going to see that the agents are putting their properties online to be shown. So remember, appointment number, when you hit request an appointment, those are the two ways. Now, if you hear the wording that it's on a lockbox right here, so under showing, it says appointment required, controlled access lockbox. What this generally, controlled access usually means that there is a subdivision gate, so they're going to give you the gate code. And lockbox, some of the agents will put that in, but they actually mean Supra. So on a price of $600,000 like this home is showing, I would say that lockbox means Supra, which is the blue box that is on the front door of most houses that are listed. A lockbox usually has just a code. Supras we suggest for our listings because they have higher security. Only agents can open the Supras. And a lockbox, unfortunately, a code can be given out, which is against the rules. And I think that is all for today. Have a good day.